All right. Let's see. Today, I'm going to be working on another Pathfinder build. I know over the past couple of streams, I started a fresh Pathfinder run with the idea of, one, trying out the turn-based, which turns out I really love. And second, I said I was going back to my roots of I tend to play clerics or paladins, some kind of supporty thing that can still do damage. And what I ended up with was not a build that I was really happy with, to be honest. I haven't gotten terribly far into the game on that save. And I played a lot of it with turn-based mode on the whole time. So I played a lot, but I didn't get very far, if that makes sense. So now my goal is to rebuild my character, rebuild into something that I'm going to have a little bit more fun playing. I went about it in a different way. Instead of thinking about what I wanted to play, I looked at what party members I wanted to run, because I still haven't made it through the game in whole. So I want to run party members that the game gives me so that they're deep in story. And as I was looking around, what I figured out is I want Valerie on a tank. I want Harem as a tank. I want Lindsay as my supporty bard with a bow, taking pot shots at people when she can. And she's going to cover most of my skills. She's going to have that on lock. She's going to be like my rogue / one support. I'm going to have Tristan as his supportiness that he is. Especially on turn-based, I realized he is a very strong support. When I was taking the time, obviously on turn-based, I had to take the time to really give him, what he was going to do on each round. It was strong. And I mean, I was only level 3, but the bonuses that came through from that were amazing. And then Octavia with that wizard, Arcane Trickster. So now I need to find what I'm going to play to balance that out. And I think I'm leaning towards a two-handed weapon beat stick or a knife master rogue kind of build. What?
Can I be
Okay.
okay?
What?
Yeah.
Alright. So I want to... I'm getting tired of hitting this new character button. I want to just find something that I enjoy playing and be able to beat the dang game. So Paladin, Barbarian, 2-weapon fighter. What sounds more fun?
I don't know. A barbarian. Is that what you picked?
Was thinking about it. I've never really played a barbarian in any of the games. I always look at it and I'm like, well, they're really good while they're raging, but once their rage falls off, they don't do anything. Or their power level drops dramatically. So I always end up saying, well, why would I play a barbarian when I could just play a 2-weapon fighter and have that consistent power level?
You're gonna get in trouble for it. Get off those.
She knows. She gets in trouble for being on them too.
She just potted outside.
I keep thinking I'm going to go through, line them all up on the table downstairs, take good pictures of them, and start trying to sell them off, because I'm not doing anything with them. And then I go through another mindset where I'm like, I'll just start painting again. Painting's fun. So clearly nothing gets done with them.
No. That's okay.
Not like a week ago I brought them in here. That's a big change.
I mean... That's good. Well, you never know, babe. You might have a little nerve child.
No, I think that's pretty much set in stone.
Right. Okay, you're right. too hungry?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like me to get you something to eat before I get my nails done?
Like, what do you mean?
Like I can get you something outside of the house, or I can get you something from downstairs.
Why don't you just go get your nails done and bring food on your way back?
Is that what you want me to do?
Doesn't that make more sense?
It does, but I didn't know how hungry you were, and I want to make sure I feed you.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine-ish.
Right.
I'll be fine.
But if I leave now, by the time I get back, it's perfect timing.
Yeah, I don't even know what time it is.
It's like 11:15.
Okay, let's do that then.
Okay. What kind of food do you want?
I don't know. I want to just like grab Chick-fil-A or something.
Yeah, I'll go with Chick-fil-A. Okay, I'm gonna go throw on some clothes.
Okay. There you go, leaning on the models again. You and Freya trying to break everything.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
it's healthy.
2-weapon fighter. What would my stat line be for a 2-weapon fighter? Strength. I need like 12 dexterity, maybe 13 dexterity. I have to look at fighter, see what I get. What's their default paladin look like? It's not gonna let me look at it unless I load the game? Fine.
I have no use for this.
What do you look like? I just want to be able to see like what they start their paladin off with, like what they want to build it into or something. Come on, there's only one choice.
Here.
So they take power attack. So they literally leave it open to just about anything. They take power attack, toughness from human. What's toughness do? Plus 3 hit points for every hit die you possess beyond 3, and you gain plus 1 hit point. If you have more than 3 hit die, you gain plus 1 hit point whenever you gain a hit die. (18) strength, 16. I mean, that's actually not a bad like stat line. You can tank wisdom and still be fine. Persuasion and athletics, decent. So I keep looking at this half orc picture, and I'm like, well, that's really cool. Just drive up my strength with a +2, since I'm looking to be a beat stick. Skilled means I can not worry as much about intelligence and still be okay. +2 persuasion with intimidate. Orc weapon skills, but I'm probably like, I don't know, I think I'm just gonna go great axe when I go two-handed, or leave it not. If I go paladin, I probably won't take any feats that lock me into a weapon, so I can just switch around to whatever's needed. I'll probably just take like basic like power attack, smash. This is the part that keeps drawing me into half orc though. Of course, with something like paladin, human is good because I can pick up the feat. Azimir's never bad, so many options there. And of course, tiefling is a tiefling. I know Mad Dog's like really good because of the pets, but I don't want a bunch of pets running around the map. Like I know I could just turn everybody into a pet class and be good, but I don't think that's what I want to do. No, wow, they lose out on the reflex thing. And you can gain resistances to fire and cold. Is that just while raging? Nope, that's generic. Okay. DR equal to half the barbarian level. Damage reduction can reduce damage to 0, but not below 0. The invulnerable ranger is pretty cool. Overhand chop is like redonkulous. I mean, it turns your charge into really able to do quite a bit. And then there's Paladin. Locked into lawful good. Lawful good is a pretty decent restriction. Especially as I'm running around the wayside, like, demolishing people. The saves are good. A little bit of sustain. I mean, if you're fighting an evil character, they're just like far and away the best. But between popping like weapon bonds and making sure that I'm moving fast enough to not like waste the time on them, because they don't last forever. One minute per paladin level. I mean, I guess it's not terrible. I don't think there's a world where I'd play as a Crusader. I mean, I'd rather just go with a regular cleric, I think, because of the second domain. I mean, you definitely lose some spell casting because he doesn't even have a first level spell. But a regular cleric is what I played before, and my party's going to have 2 clerics in it, so that's definitely not what I want to do. So just basic two-handed fighter might be the way that I want to go. Get a lot of feats, wear some heavy armor, hit people really hard. Don't have to worry about alignment. I just feel it's kind of vanilla and boring. I mean, a two-handed fighter is literally like point and click at the enemy, right? Like that's it. That's all I'm going to do. And I know the other characters are going to be what gives me that versatility to start doing more things, but maybe it's just not for me. So easy to set up sneak attack, but I don't think I want to like rely on sneak attack for all of my damage. Ugh, why is this so difficult? What's feat progression for a paladin look like? It's only every couple. Will it show me at some point? I gotta select a heritage first, huh? No, Pitborn seems good. Trickery and perception. Literally skills I'm never going to use. Or skills yeah, did I say skills or spells? I don't know. Oh, Will, I'm stuck so hard. I don't know what kind of character I want to play. I think I want to play a two-handed beat stick kind of character. But I'm not 100% sure. But check that out. I got my emote. Alright. Well, the main thing I was looking at is this is my feet progression. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 feet, which I think it's like the standard. I think that's everybody's feet progression, unless they have bonus feats. Ah! My Nightbot doesn't like you, I guess. Oh. There it is. If I go fighter, I lock myself into one weapon type. If I go barbarian or paladin, I think I can avoid locking into one weapon type. If I go paladin, I pick up, little stuff like smite evil, lay on hands, channel positive energy, being immune to diseases. Consumes 2 uses of lay on hands. But this one, channel positive energy like a cleric, use this ability a number of times a day equal to 3 plus charisma modifier, which would be pretty large given that charisma is one of my main stats. And it does not expend any uses of lay on hands. But I don't think I want to. I don't think I'm too worried about that because I'm running with 2 NPC clerics in the party. They can handle the healing. Now, if I'm not going to be worried about the healing side of things, I'm probably better off just going fighter. That is so many feats. So everybody gets like 10. Fighter gets 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 total feats. If I stick with fighter the whole way through. I mean, I guess I could always do like two-handed fighter barbarian split. If I did that, I don't know if I'd want to go invulnerable rager. I don't even know how rage works. While raging, adds a +2 bonus on melee attack rolls, melee damage rolls, thrown weapon damage rolls, will saving throws. In addition, she takes a -2 penalty to armor class. She also gains 2 temporary hit points per hit die. These temporary hit points are lost first when the character takes damage and disappear when the rage ends, and are not replenished if the barbarian enters rage again within 1 minute of the previous rage. While in rage, a barbarian cannot cast spells. A barbarian can enter rage early as a free action and is fatigued for 1 minute after rage ends. A barbarian can enter a new rage can't enter a new rage while fatigued or exhausted. At the 11th level, a barbarian bonus on melee attack rolls and damage rolls, thrown weapon, blah 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 blah, increases to +3, while in addition, the amount of temporary hit points has increased to 3. 17th, no longer is fatigued, and 20th becomes a +4. One, two, three, four. A fighter literally gets +4 to attack rolls and damage rolls as well. Two-handed fighter never picks up any of the armor speed shenanigans. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still gains a +4, just like the barbarian will gain all that plus while raging. Doesn't gain the temporary hit points, however. But with all these feats, toughness and greater toughness is pretty easy to come by. So much to go into it. Maybe I'll just play Monk. So Monk is good to splash. Sacred Fist if I'm going to be a... What'd you call this build? Charisma-based build. Traditional if I'm going to be Dex-based. If I'm going to be Dex-based, I also want 3 levels of Rogue so I can turn Dex into damage in the most simplistic way. Monk 1, Knife Master. Vivisectionist is just decent to add into anything for a 1-point dip. If I'm going Dex, what Dex build is worth running? What's an Aldori Defender? Doors were years, blah 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 blah. So what's their thing? What do they do? They use dueling swords. They use dueling swords. They have a good amount of feats, but not as many as a regular fighter or a 2-weapon fighter. 2-handed fighter, sorry. They have better will saves. The fighters traditional do better with weapons. Shtick. So they fight defensively. Probably a good, like, dex-based light armor monk shenanigans. What about a Scaled Fist 2? Scaled Fist 2, definitely. Well, 1 or 2. It could be 1 or 2. Into Paladin. And that allows me to do Strength and Charisma. I can forego heavy armor and just add my Charisma. Which means I should be able to move decently. Do they have move fast? I don't have quick movement or anything? When did they pick that up? Is that something they don't get? Huh. Oh. There. Regular monks get it at 3. So do these. Okay. So scaled fist, paladin. That's strength and charisma based. Give me good saves. It'll give me good saves from charisma, good armor from charisma, good attacks from strength. And then I could always move into like two-handed fighter for overhand chop and more feats. Monk puts me on the track for everything that I need for like crane wing and all those other defensive traits. Which should easily crush normal. I think that's the thing. Like, I get so caught up in trying to maximize my numbers, and overall, I have it set to normal difficulty. Like, I can probably beat it with anything. Literally could probably put a wizard with like 0 strength and still beat the game. Let's see. Harem's my flexible character in the party, so I can pull him out as needed. So if I do something that's decently takey, like Scaled Fist Paladin, it should be alright. But if I'm going to play a paladin, I want to use heavy armor. Which brings me back to this dude. He looks badass. Do I care about alignment restrictions? I can always just cheat and reset my alignment. Let's do Paladin. Alright, Paladin. Paladin. Azamir, human. I haven't played human much, like, at all in Kingmaker. So let's go that way. Where's my portrait folder? Uh-oh. Did I break it? Crap. Yep, I broke it. Let's try it again. Yeah. So we're going to be a heavy armor paladin. We finally got it figured out, I think. No? Maybe? Keep going back to, like, why would I want to play a paladin? Like, there are better paladins than paladins. Oh, why am I having such a hard time with just deciding what to play? What? You want to go outside? All right, let's go outside. Alright. I'm back. Let's see. So what are we going to play? What build is going to be fun? I don't really want to spend a bunch of time before battles buffing myself. So the cleric you build, I think, is going to be out. Maybe I should just be a kinetic knight. What do they do? Let's see, if I run... But I'm thinking about turning Valerie into the kinetic knight. I go outside my wheelhouse. I could play like a sorcerer. Hmm. Mm-mm. I've never been a spell slinger though. Like, I just don't think I'd do very well with it. Um, hmm. Me too. I really don't know what I want to play right now. I really just, I don't know what direction I want to go with it. I was playing a cleric where I wanted to emphasize. I took Gorham as my deity, and I wanted to emphasize like the two-handed sword and hitting things really hard. But I think I messed up my stats more than anything. I think that was my main problem. And what I ended up with was Amari, who's like, you know, not the best built barbarian, was just doing way more damage than me. And I ended up in a position where I have the turn-based mod that I was using for all of everything up to that point, even the trash fights. Every round, even on trash fights, I wanted to use my main character cleric to buff Amari rather than just hitting things myself. And that's when I realized, like, I had done something wrong. Like, the character that I wanted, that battle cleric, two-handed slash and burn style of play, wasn't working out for me because I'd rather just buff the other character that's not even well built. I don't plan on using Amari in my party long term, so I'm thinking about just building a barbarian myself. I've never played a barbarian, but the rages to me feel limiting. I feel like you're only allowed so many of them, and I don't know, I would just almost rather play the two-handed fighter. But I start thinking about the two-handed fighter, and I'm like, well, if I was going to play a fighter, I could play a paladin and have better saves and be better against evil things, and most of the bosses and things that I really need to hit are evil. And for trash fights, it's going to be pretty much the same, like point and click. Like, yeah, fighter's a little bit better on trash, but trash isn't hard to kill anyway. So I get caught up thinking, well, maybe I'll be better off just playing a paladin than a fighter. But the companions that I want to run Harem and I want to run Trist. So if I'm running both of the NPC clerics, do I have a reason to run a paladin? I don't know, I'm all over the place. It's so complicated. Why are there so many choices? I think I want to play a two-handed beat stick. I really think that's where I want to go. The paladin, I'm scared of the lawful good part. What did you do with your harem? Did you change him to a druid? I've seen like a lot of reading on the forums and stuff that I did recommended changing him to a druid. Oh, okay. That works. Does that work? His charisma is really low for him to be a sorcerer. Oh, okay. I was like, what? Okay, so a two-handed beat stick. Let's work this out. You and me, right now. We're gonna figure this out. Barbarian, fighter, paladin is the basis. Having a decent charisma is good, because it's a storyline main character. So that puts paladin up a little bit. Plus paladins have like great saves, so I can dump my wisdom and not have to worry too much. Fighter has two-handed fighter, which is just crazy good damage, right? And then there's barbarian. Barbarians move a little faster. They rage. We've talked about the limitations on rage, but I think I can get around that. Like, I don't feel like I need to rage that much. I probably have more rages than I need anyway. So what works out well at that point? I like the stereotypical heavy armor, hit things. Not necessarily like super heavy armor. Like, I'm honestly open to the barbarian, which I think if I don't go with the armored Hulk, uses medium armor or something, I'm okay with medium armor. The idea is like, you know, up in their face, somewhat armored thing. I know AC is not the best in this game. Like, touch AC is a thing to consider. But I'm going to run Valkyrie and Harem as frontline tanks. And they're going to be the other two melee that are beside me. Activating teamwork feats if I pick any up. They're going to shield wall themselves, things like that. This picture like screams barbarian or two-weapon fighter to me. But honestly, she could be a paladin. I thought about the Magus, but I don't know how to work them. And then when I was looking at him, and I was kind of thinking about it a little bit, I was like, well, if I was going to play him, I would almost rather just build my own. And if I was going to build my own, I'd make the Scion. So that I have, you know, charisma-based shenanigans. I mean, he's good, I guess. I guess what really scares me about the Magus in general is I don't know what I'd be doing with it. And the idea of only being able to get up to 6th level spells, it's so limiting. I think. I don't know. Like, it opens up more options than playing the straight beat stick. Because you do have up to 6th level spells. Oh, I don't mean like limiting in you can't beat the game with it. I'm pretty sure the game's like beatable with just about anything. Like, I could probably play a wizard with like 7 strength and give him a longsword and be able to beat the game. Pets are cool, but that's another thing to keep up with on the battlefield. Like, they're definitely good, and I mean, being able to use pets to help enable sneak attacks and block charge lanes definitely goes a long way. I figured if I played a barbarian, I would either be just a vanilla barbarian. I mean, they seem pretty consistent, and it seems like they've got a lot of good stuff going on. Or the Invulnerable Rager. How come I can't get red skin like the picture? That would have been nice. That's a lot of blue. Is it a fire effect? I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. Make her green. Alright. What hairstyle did she have? She had like some braid long stuff going on. I guess pretty much picture one. Alright. So we're going to be a half orc. Because this photo, I mean, it just speaks to me. It's good. She's going to hit stuff. She's going to be a beat stick. That's what I want to build. I want to build a beat stick. So we got her picked out. We got our half orc. We're skilled, so we can drop int and still be decent. We got a +2 that's going into probably strength. We know that. We're a beat stick. That's what we're going to do. We've got orc ferocity, so I can drop to 0 hit points, and then one of my 2 clerics can pick me up, and I'm on turn-based mode, so that works. So now we just have to decide barbarian, fighter, or paladin. Why can't I pick paladin? Seriously, why won't it let me pick paladin? I broke it. I've been on this screen too long. Alright. What are the different body types? There's no difference between 1 and 2. There's literally no difference. Oh well, whatever. Moving on. Yeah, I guess it did something. I've been messing around with so many different options. I guess it had to have been alignment because monk and paladin were both blocked off. So somehow I must have ended up on something non-lawful. Alright. So Paladin gives me the advantage of I can drive up my charisma just a tad and still be able to have some bonuses from the charisma. I don't know. Paladin, I have the split between Paladin or Hospitaller. That one. But since I'm running 2 clerics, I really don't need the extra channel positive energy too much. I'd probably definitely like to stick with it long enough to get Mark of Justice so that the whole party can tear up anybody that's evil. Oh, evil enemies fade off. Alright, so we're on Fighter or Barbarian. And they both pretty much do the same thing, right? I point it in a direction and I let it hit things, and I let it hit things hard. Which is nice. So Barbarian, I can be vanilla or invulnerable. Fighter, I can be vanilla or two-handed. Both are very beat sticky. What do you think? I've never played a barbarian in pen and paper. Oh, you go two-handed fighter. All right, so two-handed fighter. I want to let me pick my primary color as that. There's no way an orc would have a white shirt, though. Let's be real. She would have got that thing messy by now. There's a dingy gray. There's a dingy gray. Dingy gray with like blue accents. Alright. Grab a reach weapon and hit with all the things. Yep, I'm thinking a two-handed axe. I mean, like the picture said, right? It's an orc weapon. I think it's got great crit range, right? Or great crit multiplier. What's a great axe? Like ×3 multiplier? And with all of our fightery stats, we should be able to crit a good bit, right? So just charge in, smash everything. And we're a two-handed fighter. Guess what? That's going to strength. Really? I mean, it'd be pretty cool to have 20 strength right off the bat, right? I don't need a lot of AC, right? I'm a fighter. How much charisma do we actually need? We want 2 dexterity because we'll probably be wearing heavy armor, so we want that. We have no constitution. Let's see, if we drop that all the way to 7, what's our will save look like? -2. Let's see. How much charisma do I actually want? I mean, as a fighter, I'm only really using charisma for persuasion checks and if I do like dazzling displays and things like that. But I don't want to be doing the dazzling displays, right? I want Valerie to do that. So I probably need that 14 dex. What? There's. Can I do it with 13 and get that to 16? I can. There's some feats that require 13 dex, right? Can't think of what they are right now. Combat expertise or something. Dodge. DD is in Dragon Disciple? Well, then I have to like multi-class into something that gives me a dragon line, right? Oh, dazzling, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I'll be taking it, but I won't be using it, so I don't need to drive up my persuasion too much, right? Let's see. I really don't want to drop that negative. I mean, my will save's already garbage. I'll be able to take the feats that reinforce it. Oh, you don't think I need the low int like that? I mean, I could do that. 18, 13 so that I can get the dex feats and still have my +1 for heavy armor. Since, yeah, I went two-handed, so I don't get the ability to use more dex modifier on my armor anyway. +3 constitution, I mean, that's a lot of constitution. That's more than I normally run. But, I mean, I'll be frontline beating things. I mean, what am I even going to put my points into? Mobility, athletics, persuasion? Until I get those to 3? mean, it doesn't do anything except skill points for me, right? Like, it really doesn't... Knowledge, lore, I don't care about that. I'm going to have a bard in the party. And skill points. And again, I mean, skill points are good so that I can get persuasion up. Do I even need mobility? I'm not going to be fighting defensively, right? I'm going to be slinging my weapon around. I mean, it's pretty much the difference of, do I want a +1 modifier on charisma, or do I want the not -2 intellect? That +1 on charisma is probably important. I mean, the only place that I literally can put that final point is wisdom, which does allow me to, yeah, I mean, it puts me closer to a wisdom, to a will save +1, right? So it's not terrible. We're a main character, so we want persuasion. And what, athletics? Because we're a beat stick, that's what we do. We don't care about lore. I really don't think I'm ever going to turn on fighting defensively, so the bonus from mobility really doesn't do anything for me. I think that's just what we do, right? We click next. Let's click next. Alright. Weapon focus. Is that what we want? I don't even know. You can take dodge. Who doesn't like +1 AC, right? But let's be real. We're swinging a two-handed weapon around. We won't power attack. And then we probably won't cleave. We have plenty of feats coming up where we can pick up things like weapon focus and dodge and especially early on, it's not like I really need the weapon focus. But being able to cleave onto multiple things early is probably going to help.
You should have run. The road calls me. We shall overcome. I'm wounded. No contest. I lead, you follow. I won't take that. Out of my way.
I mean, that's pretty good, right? She's a half-orc. Let's be real. This is probably what we're going to do. If I ever multi-class her, I'm probably going into Barbarian, so I can be chaotic neutral. I'll cheat if I want to go Paladin or something. Alright. Here we are. It's going to look about like us. Wearing some heavy armor. Hitting people with an axe. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should take weapon focus on one so that I am guaranteed to start with my weapon, right? I don't know what random equipment I'll start with. I'm just gonna leave it. It'll be fine. We'll figure it out. What did I have? I had cleave. Alright. Plus I like cleaving finish. Especially early game. Cleaving finish, it's great. There's also, in that spider cave, there's that +1 orc war axe. I wouldn't be opposed to using that for a while. Alright. I'm excited.
Our story started at the...
We all know how the story started, I think.
Where are they? This is taking forever. Didn't even say what this.
That's my spirit sister over there.
We're looking. If you can't be patient. All right.
Hush!
She also wants to hit things with a big weapon. That's why we're going to be best friends. Except I'm actually pretty sure I'm not using her for most of the game. Because I don't really like her stats.
Greetings, everyone. I am Sword Lord.
We thank you.
Thank you. Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. Excellent.
Thank you.
None of these choices do much, so let's get to the point where I can turn off my backpack because it's really bothering me.
So, this is my first real event. How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is back then. What are you? You know what and then I thought, I could be that bard. Deal. Alright.
Alright, most importantly, please stop showing my backpack.
Won't be halted.
Want to... Oh no, that's duplicated. Crap. I guess we're going back to Alt-E. Oh, let's try the right button. Alt-E. How did I never changed those hotkeys, so how did they... Oh well, I don't know.
Help! Help! The mansion's
All right.
Dispatch those fools! Out of my way! We do it my way.
I really hate running anything but a strength-based character just because carry weight. Oh, I gotta hit the right buttons. I always feel like I'll need to loot like almost everything. I mean, heck, most of the time I do loot everything. So that carry weight is so important to me.
Cut down to pieces!
Well, that's one of the reasons I like turn-based mode.
Run them.
Click charge and it doesn't do anything because I have really low initiative.
Let's hear you
Can you make an
cry.
epic pose? I need inspiration.
There we go again. Same problem.
Spell's not working like that.
Well, that sucks.
Leave this one to me. Just die already.
Alright.
I lead, you follow.
It's the end for you rats!
Me? Time to get my hands dirty again.
Why don't I have like my move indicator? Ah, there we go. Alright.
Serves you right.
Out of my way!
I think that
What?
Alright.
All this waiting bores.
anything is possible.
Alrighty. I hate this slow start. I think that +1 AC is important enough now.
Applause, please.
I'm losing my temper. Spell's not working like that. Spell's not working like that. Spell's not working like that.
Why can you not charge? Like, seriously, what the heck?
letting the ink dry.
It's really frustrating.
Anything else?
My way.
What?
What?
Who said we were stealing it?
We'll just...
A lot.
Are you...
We're just gonna do that. I'm tired of getting hit by everything.
Oh, I'm as... Won't be halted.
Look here.
I failed. I'm sorry.
How does this chick fail in a tutorial where she's like the only person that can disable traps?
Something out there.
Applause, please. Anything else?
Head on! You cannot stand against me. Run them through! Battles await! Let's move already.
I wrote it like I saw it.
1, 2.
No one stands in my way.
Three.
And Lindsay was called forth.
All right.
What troubles you? And so they walked on. You're but a footnote in our story.
Unworthy.
Of course. I'm from Kadira. But Tales of Hotep, I don't know.
We do it my way. Over there.
Ugh.
Lotus, I can sense your silhouette hovering over me. It won't be much longer. Soon I'll prove. Yeah.
All right.
I'm still here.
You, run and get an... Aha! Some of our guests survived. Good. You need to get to the banquet hall and help Lady Jamandi.
Fire doesn't.
We covered our noses and we rushed in because we're important. We are terrible at athletics.
Routius awaits us.
Let's go ahead and... Well, let's not turn on our turn base. We'll be fine. Let's just roll with it. Collect all. Ooh.
Let us strike as one.
You cannot stand against me.
Just letting the ink dry.
All right. After party. All right. Let's see. Why you got a washcloth, dog? You so weird. All right.
Thank you for your valor and bravery.
Lady Adori, please. I know who arranged it.
Yes, there's definitely.
They both.
How could you...
My word. I bet my.
Lady Adori, and not just that. Upon finding the guard's salaries in the armory, she immediately pocketed it all.
All right. Let's see what we've got. These choices impact stuff, right? So, lawful neutral, not trying to take the money, just wanted to keep it away from the bandits. Gets me Val. Chaotic neutral gets me Harem. That is my desired pick right now because I'm a fighter, I need a cleric behind me. Simply put.
I see you don't skip.
Of course, theft is not.
There is a difference.
Water, she knew very well you were fighting the enemy, but instead of rushing to help you, she dallied as long as she could, dropping everything to save people from the fire.
Evil gets me the Inquisitor,
She
and
was obviously hoping to show up too
good
late
is Lindsay, I
you
think.
already dead.
Really?
Michelle and
A true enough, lady. I'm if that.
And I.
And since I have no desire to have the Inquisitor anyway, this seems like the obvious choice.
Surviving a terrible night, our small team set off to brave our fate. Beware, stolen lands. Heroes are on the way.
We are booking it.
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
Let's hear you cry.
Tear them apart!
Repent!
Die!
Serves you right.
Now.
No, what did I do? Hit the wrong button.
I lead, you follow.
All right.
My strength fades.
Alright. Not too worried about the fatigue. Hey. Alright. Had to do a quick lunch order. Let's pop into here.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
When we stop.
I'm going to do a little bit of switching around with equipment. Oh, you don't have a tower shield. Son of a gun. Also, I don't care for your flail. I don't like flails in general. I know it's like the exact same weapon. Crap. I was definitely going to give him the tower shield. Oh well.
You deserved it.
Out of my way!
I just want to cleave hit that.
Your life ebbs low.
Boom! Smacked him. All right. Well, I don't need clubs. Don't need composite longbows or daggers. I'll keep some torches. Keep one of those short bows to give to Lindsay. Keep that for now. Just because, I'll definitely sell off all of this. Nobody has enough decks to utilize that right now. These four are medium armors. 4, 5, 6, 6. I mean, that's just not as good anyway. I think I don't need those. Don't think I need 2 of those. Alright. Back to a little equipment management. Now we can sell that. Put you in breastplate. Put you in a chain shirt. Alright, can sell that. Harem can't use an Earthbreaker? Oh my gosh. You can. This and this can be sold. I want you to use that. Take off your scrolls. Alright. Another 22 gold doesn't hurt anything. Use trips.
Won't be halted.
Anything is possible. Adventures call to them.
Wow. She literally can't move.
We do it my way. None shall escape. Run them through.
What a waste.
ready. Head on!
And there's like 250 gold right there.
Applause, please.
Boom.
Hear me. Beauty is so tender. Who am I? Aid. Salvate. Yes. This fog enshrouds it. I don't.
Onwards!
Fight defensively can go off my bar. That can go over there. Honestly, I don't want that on my bar either. Alright. I don't need to see completed quests. So this is where we're at. Guess Amari will just keep doing Amari things. Let's see. Athletics, mobility, nature, and perception. Yes. Let's do lethal stance. So we definitely want to hit at least Arcana 5. probably just going to keep her a straight bard, though. Definitely want trickery. Arcana for the option. Mari has nature right now. Harem will have religion, maybe nature? I don't know. Oh, no, not weapon focus. Combat trick into point blank shot. Athletics, persuasion. That's what you do. We want you to have cleaving finish. Nope, and we didn't level up Harem. I really don't like the build that he has. I could dig the 1 level dip in fighter. I think I'll just keep him straight cleric for now. I can always rebuild him. Would it be better for me to just run this, like, less of them for now? We'll do this.
Because to the dust you will go.
Won't be halted.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
I'm hungry.
More strength fades.
Let me hold you quickly now. If we don't find that artifact soon, someone else might seize it. Someone.
You're right.
I see my mech.
Yes. I actually convinced her this time. What great news. He's pretty far down the list. So she's just going to move up and...
Any last wishes?
You can't attack?
This is where I step in.
Alright, whatever. I messed that up. He's gonna run. He's gonna try to hit that. Alright. You can't charge to that, or that, or that. That is awesome.
Let's hear you cry. Die!
Get you up in melee
Out of
range.
my way! Run them through!
Serves you right.
Boom.
Let's hear you cry! Bring it!
Repent.
You deserved it.
Die!
Tear them apart!
Your life ebbs low.
Any last wishes?
Let's turn power attack off for now.
Out of my way!
They go down!
What a waste.
This is where I step in.
Hey,
How's it coming?
Run them through!
Which person? Which character did you pick?
built a two-handed fighter.
Okay. Which side would you like it on?
Well, we'll put it there. see. How come half my fries are gone?
I might have had one fry. From each one. I had one for each.
Mm-hmm.
Sure did. You do it to me.
Mm-hmm.
They're really salty. They're like right now.
Serves you right.
Here you cry.
See, I gave you the one that actually had more.
Mm-hmm.
Sandwiches. What else you need?
That's it.
That it?
I think so.
I'll get it for you.
Oh, they look so good.
Don't they? They so long.
Your nails look so good. They on fleek.
I know.
Is that a thing that nails do? Are nails on fleek?
I mean, I feel like people have made it anything.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was just eyebrows.
Also, I'm not used to having it now, so it's hard to do anything. My hands are almost dead to me.
Mm.
Oh, I need a favor from you.
Hmm.
I can't get this open.
Let's see, it's childproof.
Like, I don't know what happened to it. Maybe I put it over wrong?
Probably. It
Thank
seems like a Candace thing to do.
It does. Thank you.
Pay attention.
Anything else?
Your mom texted you back.
Well, she had said that she wants to come over and ask what she should bring.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
Okay. She might be in the middle of hair stuff.
Freya, what are you doing?
My nails got done so fast.
I was thinking the same thing.
Were you really?
Of course.
While they were doing my toes, they were doing my nails too. They were
Mm.
multitasking.
Dwarves are usually fun. They like the bottle. They like to play. They just mumble all the time.
I am called Strange by a barbarian who gets into every fight she can and doesn't believe in the inevitability of death. This is truly amazing.
Greetings. I have urgent. Lady Jamande ordered me to capture Tartuccio. We were following his trail when that damned mist came. First, we entirely lost our way and then stumbled right into a Pataxian spot.
Listen to me. A dragon, huge, sparkling, flew down to me from the sky and told me a secret. A great relic that will win the kobold's glory is hidden somewhere nearby. In all
To victory! Do not falter!
How do you sandwich?
That's good. How's your, what'd you get, tenders?
Oh.
My strength fades.
Such sad and deserted lands. Lawlessness always leads to desolation and emptiness.
I wouldn't know. Florence is no more orderly, but it's nowhere near as desolate.
I lead, you follow. Pay attention.
So,
So,
one of the Charlotte supervisors is leaving. I may apply for the position when it opens.
oh yeah?
Why not? Not to mention the money situation. You know,
Yeah.
that's a big factor in it. I do love what I do,
As dust.
but if they're gonna pay me more money,
Yeah.
why not change it up?
100% understand where you're coming from.
I always survive.
I was thinking on the way here, like how would I phrase that in an interview?
I'm looking to explore new opportunities.
Freya, you better not be eating the carpet. Why are you licking carpet?
Die!
Oh, you had in her last life. You're such a good boy.
He said he's tired of her getting yelled at. She gotta get her life together.
It's true. It is so true.
Applause, please.
I want that computer to work too.
Huh?
I want that computer to work too.
So I was thinking about you know how you invited Tyler over for that day?
Mm-hmm.
Tyler can still come over. He can play while me and you leave.
Can you though?
What? I mean, hey, jump on your computer, babe. I hate to tell you, but you're gonna have to learn to share.
I hate to tell you, but shut up. Actually, I don't hate to tell you that.
I know.
I think it's about time you learn. About time you learn, you gotta shut up. When you're talking to me.
I see something. Applause, please.
be halted. To arms! Out of my way!
We're gonna have to figure out what's going on with him one day.
I don't know. Well, probably the next step for it is,
A new.
well, it can either be a monitor issue or like a graphics card issue or a PCI slot issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the easiest way to test to see if it's a monitor issue
Just
is,
take your monitor.
yeah, and just connect it to another monitor and see if it turns on.
And if it works, leave your monitor.
No, if it works, get a new monitor. Freya, move. If connecting it to a new monitor doesn't work, then we know that it's, you know, either the graphics card or the PCI slot. In which case, so here's the thing that I've come up with.
Okay.
I lead,
Let me turn
you
that.
follow.
Do I already have that off? No, it's on.
Did you see that one?
Maybe that is the one that I was looking at. I don't remember which one I was looking at. I'm gonna be honest.
there's Alienware Aurora and there's new Alienware Aurora.
Well, knowing me, I probably looked at the new one.